Guess who's back? Back again. Jack the Jeep is back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 Na 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 na. Hey fam, welcome to Jack the Jeep. Today is going to be a little bit different. I haven't been on here for a while. You guys haven't seen me, but I'm going to give you a quick update of what's going on and kind of tell you what's been going on with the CJ-7 and where I've been. Stay tuned, Jack the Jeep. Hey guys, so what I've been up to since Easter Jeep Safari. As you know, I went to Easter Jeep Safari. Then after that, and I took my Rubicon. The reason why is this actually had a burned up transmission. I had to get it fixed. Now after Easter Jeep Safari, I got this fixed and I went back to Moab for a shakedown run of the CJ-7. It wasn't running quite the way I wanted it to. It did great crawling, but nonetheless it wasn't. I thought it was vapor locking. I didn't know exactly what was going on. But in the meantime, 3 days later, I actually had to pack it up and go to South Dakota for the Rock Fest. And I got there, and what a show. In South Dakota, we were heading to the trailhead and I got on the road, and about a mile in on the road, I actually lost all power. Now with that, it was actually a wire that I goofed up with when I was wiring a light, and I had to cut that. Everything was fine after that. About a mile up the road after that, another gentleman's transmission hose blew. I gave him some of my fluids. Then we continued to the trailhead. Got to the trailhead and we were wheeling for a little bit, and then I hit a wire under here and it disconnected my fan, so I started overheating. Fixed that. And then a little bit later, guess what else happened? My relay switch went out. So I actually had to hardwire my fan to the battery so it would continue to run. With that being said, I didn't have any other issues besides the slugginess of this, and I'll explain that in a minute. But there was someone else that actually had a flat tire, and I'll be showing you that footage in a little bit. Kind of crazy, but we got him off the trail and we were all safe. But in the meantime, I got back to camp and it was just really running really, it was chugging along. It wasn't really smooth. It just wasn't running right. So I disconnected the fuel filter and a bunch of black grime came out. So I was like, oh crap, what am I gonna do? So a friend of mine gave me a ride into Deadwood. We got some parts for this. I replaced the fuel filter. Then all of a sudden the fuel line started blowing because the rubber lines in this Jeep are not made for fuel injection. So it was getting too much pressure and it was blowing. So I had to replace that. But it's just not running the way it is. It's died a couple times on me. So I got a bunch of parts, and let's go ahead and look at what I have and what I'm going to be doing with this Jeep. Alright guys, I'm going to be showing you guys a little bit of the parts that I'm going to be using and what I'm going to be replacing on the CJ-7. First and foremost, because I actually went and got some 3/8 hose, about 15 feet of it. Now this is made for fuel injection, so it shouldn't be blown out. Now the reason I didn't go with the braided is because it doesn't rub on anything. If you're having a spot in your engine or anywhere on your Jeep where this line may rub on a frame or a fan belt or anything like that, you definitely want to make sure it's braided. It'll be a lot more secure, but it's not that way, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm also replacing my fuel regulator. Now what this actually does is with fuel injection, it pulls gas in with the fuel pump, which I have right here. Pulls it in, it sends it to the engine, and whatever it doesn't need, it actually sends it back to the fuel cell, and it will recycle it and continue to do that. So I believe this may be what my problem is also. We're going to replace that. I also have a little pump system here that I'm going to pump out some of the gas out of my fuel cell, check to see how dirty it is, and then I don't know if I'm going to have to replace that or not. There's an extra little pump also, and then what I'm also going to be using is my ARB air compressor, and once I get everything done, I'm going to hook it up to my hard lines before anything's hooked up and blow that out and make sure that's all clean and good to go. But I'm not going to show you guys all that. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys a quick clip of Easter Jeep Safari. Jack the Jeep. So today we are actually on Hell's Revenge. So and we're already starting. I'm out here with Southern Arizona Off-Road. Check out his YouTube channel. But here we are.
Pull up to the dinosaur track so that Ryan can get a look real quick. Get a look at where they used to be. They're not there anymore. And there's still one here. They have a fake clay molding of one on that sign. Oh yeah, that's right.
Moab is unlike anywhere else on Earth, with epic vistas of red rocks, blue skies, and snow-capped summits. It's like stepping out of a time machine into the wild, wild west. Hey fam, we're out here on Hell's Gate. We're actually watching a couple Suzuki Samurais go through this. fam, we are out here on Nikki's hot tub just chilling, and look who we ran into. Oh my god, look at her tires. Mischief Maker TV. Very cool. Very cool. One of my top 4 favorite Jeeps. So a lot of people talk about like YouTubers and how, you know, some of them may be unapproachable, but I'll tell you what, some are. I get that, and I've met a few during this trip, but I won't tell you who. But some of them are very approachable. Holly, definitely one of them. Amazing, very cool. Back to the trails.
Passenger, 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 passenger. All right, straight. Straight now.
Straight.
Straight now. Front corner's gonna come in right now. Your front passenger corner's gonna come onto the ledge. Coming. All right.
Go miles, star tires, go.
Straight. Drive it out. Once it starts to come up, give it just a little bit of driver. Come over the slip. You got it.
Keep going. You're good. A little bit. A little straight. Driver or passenger just a bit. Hold it just a little, passenger. Yep, keep going just like that. That's good. A little more passenger. There you go. Passenger tires down. Yep, you're good. No, too much, too much, too much, too much. Straight. Straight.
I can hear you.
Sorry.
He said straight.
Straight.
Driver.
You want to be just slightly, never be just slightly passenger. Stay high on that wall, but you don't want to be too high. Straighten that out. Straight right there.
I want to be in that hole.
Yeah.
Not enough. He has to come passenger.
You're heading for it.
Anybody got a picture of me down here? Yeah, I do. Hey, John.
Hold on.
Give me a smile. There you go. Tibby, give me a smile, Tibby.
All right.
Keep your head in the fucking Jeep.
All right, come straight forward. Straight, straight, keep it straight. Straight, and once you feel your back tires hit, just start going up, then get into it.
Hell yeah. Hey fam, we're out here at Mickey's hot tub with Southern Arizona Off-Road. Go check his channel out. I'll put it up here in the link. How'd you do? How'd it feel?
Scary. Very scary, but it was worth it. I've been wanting to do it for like 3 years, so finally got the guts to do it.
What PSI did you go down to?
Like 11 or 12.
With no bead locks, guys, so it is possible. He just has a basically what, stock JKU?
That's 4 inches of lift.
4-inch, okay.
Yeah.
Little stock.
1-ton steering. That's pretty much it though. And Patagonias.
Patagonias.
2 brand new ones in the back. They just got the drive here.
I just put those on my PJ.
Yeah, the front ones are at 20K. But those got about maybe 1,000 miles on them.
Nice.
Joe, give me a big face of disapproval.
All right, guys, we're up here on the escalator. We're kind of scoping it out a little bit. Not that I'm going to do it because my transmission's slipping, but
Oh, that's a lot of wheel.
show you what we're kind of worried about here.
Somebody broke, or there's like quite a few people that broke right there.
Right there. Looks like some Picasso painting.
Take a little stick swirled
Put
around.
that on a canvas and you could sell it for a couple, you know?
Yeah, call it
You
Moab.
should take a stick and swirl it
Call it
around.
Moab 2021.
You should take a stick swirled around and like dip your stuff in it.
All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that little bit of footage from Southern Arizona Off-Road. I'm going to leave a link in his YouTube channel below in the description. Go check his channel out. Now, what I did is let me show you. Let me grab this real quick. 1 second. Whack. As I hit the mic. Let me move my drink. You know, sometimes projects in the garage, you think they're going to be a little quicker than you want them to be, and or you think they're going to be quick and they end up being a hassle, and that's kind of what's going on with this today. So when I was working on the Jeep, I found a bunch of stuff. When I was draining the fuel cell, I found a bunch of different things in the fuel cell itself, and so I'm going to end up draining it the rest of the way. And let me show you what else I figured out with the Jeep. So right through there, it's kind of hard to see, or right there, but it's also, I think we can see it here. Let me see if I can zoom in. It's right there. That box right there. That box has 2 hoses going to it. One is from your fuel cell, one is from the engine. It takes those fumes and it helps the environment, and it helps your emissions on the vehicle. Now, this is a rock crawler. I don't do a lot of driving with it, and once this is up and running the way it should be, I won't have to drive it around all the time. But in the meantime, I'm going to send you guys out to Moab again with the CJ-7. And this time we're going to be going on top of the world and seeing what kind of trouble we can get in there. In the meantime, I'm going to get back and I'm going to start tearing out this fuel cell, show you guys what I find inside. Stay tuned. Just a little. Keep coming straight. Straight. Okay, your front tires are hitting. Should be able to climb from here. Yep, you're good. Okay, slow. Your passenger's hitting, which will make it clear your diff. So your diff should be fine. Yep, stay straight. Okay, slow. Your back's hitting now. So now you're climbing. Passenger. Back it up. Straighten your... go back just a little bit. Don't go off the ledge right there. Now stop. Okay, now turn passenger and bump it. Not hard. You don't want to go up the hill, but go ahead and bump it. You got to bump it, girl. I know. Back up a little bit. Back up a little. So look out your wind. You can see this rock here. This is what's going to kind of screw you up if you go off of it. Stay on it. But now just try to bump up. From right there, just go. There you go. All right, guys, that was Alexa. She's from Colorado Springs. And this gentleman here is Cody. He's actually from Idaho. Okay. There you go. Good job. Easy peasy, Cody. Good job. Moab is something that if you have never experienced it, I would strongly encourage you to plan a trip out here. I don't know if I would come out during this time of year because it's pretty hot, but otherwise it's just beautiful. It's a gorgeous terrain, fun to meet new people and just go wheeling. As they're coming up, there's the CJ-7, there's Zeus. So I'll give you a quick walk around on it. It has Dana 60 front, 14 bolt rear shaved. It has leaf over springs on it. I am looking for new shocks. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do on that. We do have the Patagonia, Master Patagonia 40s on it with TerraFlex Nomads. I love these rims. First time out on the trail though, see how they're working. What else do we got here, guys? Full roll cage, of course. We have a Chevy small block 350 in it. So it's a V8 with a 305 head. 513 gears. Warren winch. That's Zeus. Basically a quick walk around of it. And this is where everyone pulls out on. Pull out and we'll come up over here on these other rocks right here. Take a picture of them. I can't even look. I'd get dizzy and fall. Nope.
Is it too much to ask? Is it too much to wonder? I'll be here waiting. I'll be here waiting, waiting.
Coming down, slow. Okay. Okay, keep coming. You have about a foot in the back. Your driver's about to come down. Stay passenger too. Not a lot, but a little. You're coming down, so ride that brake. There you go. And your passenger side, it's all smooth. There's no sudden drops. Not that much. Right there. Keep going. Okay, now turn. Nope. That's good. Now start turning into it. There we go. Now straighten it back up. Straight. Keep going straight. You're good. You're about 2 feet from the drop. Passengers coming down. Okay, turn driver hard. Hard.
Great.
There you go. Okay. That's it. As a driver, one fails to notice the beauty that surrounds us. I quickly realize how small we really are in the grand scheme of things. All right, fam, so I removed the fuel tank, as you can tell. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and grab the camera and kind of show you guys what I'm looking at here and show you some things that you may wanna look for when you're purchasing a used vehicle such as I did, and kind of be aware of some different things. All right, guys, as you can see, there's a bunch of crap in this tank. Now, the reason why is this is actually, as you can tell, it's pretty custom. It's a custom tank. It has 3 bolts here, has 3 on the other side in the front. Completely custom made. So what they did is once they made it, they sprayed it and put this liner in there. I'm not sure exactly what the spray does, but nonetheless, it's breaking down. It's completely falling apart in there, and you can tell it is nasty. So I'm going to put the camera down real quick and kind of show you guys something else that we're talking about here. So on top of that, I took out the fuel pump. You can tell it's all rusted out here. When I pulled this out, it actually had some of that liner attached to it a little bit. It's just in bad shape. The seal was sitting on the bottom. It wasn't even in there properly, and you could tell there's a lot of moisture. The other thing you want to watch when you're buying a used Jeep is the age of the hose. These hoses. Now this says 5/8/97, so this is an old hose. You can tell I can actually just bend it and it'll pop right. Look at that, it breaks right in half. It's also cracked on the inside. This will just break all the way across. Now this hose was actually connected on the front side of it where the fuel filter was. So you can tell there was another hose just like this one. Now this one is rated for fuel injection, but the one that was on the bottom side of the fuel filter, it wasn't, and it kept blowing, so I had to replace that also. So this fuel cell that I just took out, the gas tank, it's crap, it's shot. I'm not gonna be able to use this again. So Zeus, the CJ-7 is actually gonna be put on the shelf for a little bit while I continue to work on it. I have to figure out what I'm gonna do with the fuel cell. Let me show you here what I'm kind of looking at. So the fuel cell, fuel tank, whatever the hell you want to call it, it bolted up. It actually bolted up under here, and there's also 3 more bolts. You can kind of see them here, 1, 2, 3, the holes there. So it bolted in here. Now by having it removed, it's going to give me a ton more up travel once I decide to do new shocks in the rear, and once I can afford that, it'll be able to give me more up travel. I'm going to be relocating the fuel tank, fuel cell, whatever you want to call it, right along the back wall there, or the front wall, depending on how you look at it. So this is the flaky stuff that was in, I have it all over because I dropped it, in my fuel tank. I had my daughter come and grab it out because my hands are too fat. But this is it. This was getting sucked up into with the fuel tank, or the fuel pump. It wasn't going to the fuel lines exactly, but it's making it to where I'm not getting sufficient amount of fuel to the engine, which is with a V8, it's kind of chuggy, and I shouldn't have that. It should be going good. But none of this is good for the engine. So I'm not sure exactly what direction I'm going to go. I'm kind of leaning towards the fuel cell, but not sure exactly what yet. Leave a comment below on what you think I should do. Hope you guys are enjoying this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see what I do next, you're going to have to click subscribe. Hit that bell, that way you can be notified of any new content that I'm throwing out there. In the meantime, leave it better than you found it. My name's Steve. I'm out. Later. Bye.
You can call me stupid. Yes, you can call me sheep. You can say I'm lazy. You can say I'm weak. You think that using her would get to me, and if you're right, then you're in trouble, D. 'Cause I won't break, no, I know I won't wait.